watch this woman's show.
Welcome to Millena-The Talk Show, where we talk about things that everyone thinks about but rarely ever says.
And I want you to make sure you tune in with Millena, because she's a friend of mine. Keep it real.
And welcome to Millena-The Talk Show. Today's edition, we're going to be talking about those times when you think about people, when you see them in the store, you see them walking down the street, and you're like, what are they thinking when they put that on? Like, really, they walked out of the house looking like that? Come on. And we've all thought about it, and now today, we're going to talk about it. Let's get comfy, let's get real. And we're back with Millena-The Talk Show with our guest, Noelani Mendoza, and we're talking about impressions and what is it that people are thinking about when they just put anything on when they go out of the house. Now, you have recently won the title of Miss Teen El Tiempo.
Yes.
So now tell me, has winning the title, has that made you conduct yourself differently? Like what's your process when you get ready now? What's your thought process, your mental process, and your physical process as you get ready to face the world representing not only yourself, but the organization?
Yes, I need to make sure that I dress neat because I actually care how I look, because that will, I will present myself to people and how they think of me, as like confident or clean. I don't know. I have to look neat when I go out in public because that's how I want to present myself.
Yes, you absolutely do, because people are going to form a perception about that. Now, people already, being a beauty queen and knowing that people are judging you immediately just based on your beautiful tiara and your sash, people are forming a judgment about you based on that. So now, how do you feel about that?
I feel different. Like, that's a good way. It shows that I took my time out to, look neat and just be clean and yeah.
Okay. Now, so knowing that people are looking at you like under a microscope, kind of like ooh, does that affect now how you look at others? Like, do you look at them more intently, or do you give them more of a pass?
I think I would give them more of a pass, because they have their own mentality. But yeah, I would give them a pass.
You do? Mm-hmm. Okay. Because it is really hard just being in front of the camera all the time, and with expectations, you have a lot of, you have a lot that you have to be considerate of and aware of. So now, tell me, what are some of the things that you do differently now that you're representing a pageant organization and their sponsors? Like some of the things you do now that you didn't do before?
Well, now I am doing a lot of public appearances as winning my title of Miss Teen El Tiempo. So I'm doing a lot of appearances as a pageant princess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And how do you feel about that? Do you love it? Is it exciting?
It's something new to me. I feel really excited about it, and I'm looking for what's going to come in the future.
Oh, okay. Good. Well, a lot of good things are going to come in the future. They really, really are. I mean, it's only the beginning. It's just the beginning. Well, let me ask you this. This is a kind of a sensitive question. So now, are there things that are hurtful that people might say based on assumptions that they have just by looking at you, like that you wish you could respond to? Have you heard anything?
I don't think I've heard anything yet, but maybe like it will happen someday, and I need to know how to react to it and properly respond to it.
You do. Now, how would you respond to it?
I personally wouldn't take it personal because, it's their opinion and it shouldn't affect me and who I am.
Right. You're absolutely right, because everyone has their own opinion. And some people, express it and some people don't. But everybody has their own opinion and they're entitled to it. As long as you think highly of you and you're the best you that you can be, that's all that matters. That's such a good attitude.
Thank you.
You're going to go far.
Thank you.
You're going to go really far. Now, let me just ask you. Now, being a beauty queen is hard work. Trust me, I know, because I want to pageant myself. It's a lot of hard work. Mm-hmm. Are there some tips that you can give our audience members who might want to, because you look absolutely lovely.
Thank you.
So are there any tips that you can give to help everybody?
Mm-hmm. So if it's your first time going into a pageant, just have fun and just prepare yourself. If you're not as good as answering questions, then you should practice on that in the mirror or anything. Just look up questions and then it would help a lot. Just be ready for it.
Okay. And what about any beauty tips?
Just neatness counts, and just present yourself with who you are and just embrace yourself on stage.
And that's number one. Just got to be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If people don't love you for who you are, then what can you do? Because we can only be the best us, right?
Yes.
You can't be anybody else. So that is so awesome. So is there anything that you'd like to add or say? Give any shout outs or anything?
Well, if you're just try something new, anything could go right. If you try something different, it could always end up good or bad. Just trying new things is a good thing.
So is there any advice that you would give to young girls who might want to be in your position one day, or anything at all? Any shout outs?
Yes, just to have fun, embrace yourself on stage, and just look forward to it, because it's going to be really fun and you're going to make new friends and you will enjoy it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you stay right here, and we'll be back in just a few moments with our guest, Noelani Mendoza, the reigning Miss Teen El Tiempo.
It's game time.
The Las Vegas Review-Journal is the largest and most widely read and visited news and information source in Nevada. As the region's most trusted independent news media company, the award-winning Las Vegas Review-Journal has been serving Southern Nevadans for more than 100 years. The multimedia news, information, and entertainment company owns a strong portfolio of print and digital niche products, including The Neon, Luxury Las Vegas Magazine, El Tiempo, LVRJ.com. Visit mylvrj.com today.
Welcome back to Millena-The Talk Show. Today's topic is Mirror, Mirror. I'm here with guest Noelani Mendoza, and Ms. Catherine Mosqueda has just joined us. Welcome, Catherine.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here on your show, and let's see what we're going to talk about.
Well, we're going to have some fun, but first, ladies, we are going to get comfy. Let's get comfy, let's get real. Let's kick our shoes off, and let's get comfy, and let's get real.
Okay.
So we were talking about first impressions and how important it is to make a good first impression, and people make these first impressions in the first 7 seconds. So first, Catherine, why don't you tell everyone, I know how fabulous you are. She's fabulous. Tell everyone else how fabulous you are.
All right, well, I'll start with my name. I'm Catherine Mosqueda, known with the Hispanic community here at Las Vegas locally. I'm 16 years old, currently attending Del Sol Academy of the Performing Arts. I am a dance major, and I'm the current reigning queen as National Miss Covergirl 2018. Well, since I was 4 years old, I started modeling thanks to the guidance of my mother and father. Since then, I branched out a bit and started acting as well as hosting events, and, well, of course, pageantry. And we're just having fun, and I'm so excited to be here, as I mentioned previously.
So, Catherine, tell us, I know that you have your own talk show, so tell me about your talk show.
All right, sounds good. So basically, my dad has his very own radio show and program. Well, you can say it's a radio station online, because we know that technology is the wave, as well as you know, obviously. But basically, I have my very own show called Bachaterengue y lo mejor del vallenato y más, which in Spanish, that's basically just saying the different genres of music that is being showcased on the show. Basically, it comes from the roots of my background because I am proudly Dominican and Colombian. So there we play all the hottest music within those genres, as well talking about the artist and just informing the public more on my culture, basically.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, you two share the same culture. You're both part Dominican. That is so fantastic. And Catherine, you were the Miss El Tiempo 2017.
Yes.
And you are Miss El Tiempo 2018. So Miss Teen El Tiempos. Yay, Miss El Tiempo. Yay, Review Journal. Yay.
That's right. They're awesome.
They are awesome. They're wonderful. And they're one of our wonderful sponsors. So let's jump right into talking about the importance of first impressions. As you know, we were just talking about this earlier, people judge you based on your appearance. Just automatically. It's just something that people do, can't help. What are some of the things that you do, knowing that this is happening? You know, you have experience being a queen. So what are some of the things that you have encountered that have made you say, wow, why is somebody looking at me like this? Or can you answer that question?
Most definitely, I think that being under the public eye and everything that comes with it is very nerve-wracking. So whenever you go out in public, especially if I know it's where I'm carrying the name with me, I know that I have to be carrying it with the most prestige and knowing that I'm not just representing myself or my family, but I'm representing that organization or whoever I'm with. But definitely I've had a lot of experiences where I've encountered people and I'm just like, oh, okay, that was interesting. I mean, you go, because I try not to judge, but, you know, it's kind of hard to, like you said, the first 7 seconds, immediately your head clicks and you start thinking and your mind goes racing. But, yes, definitely I have seen a lot of people that look a little funky, especially here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Why people don't want to take more care. Like I guess the thought is that people aren't looking at them, but actually people are. We look at our surroundings, we look at our environment, and we conduct ourselves according to that perception. So like that example that I gave earlier about the woman walking, you know, with the powerful stride and with the business suit, and we just made up in our head that she has this great powerful job and just lives in a big house. So if we happen to bump into her in a coffee shop, then you're going to conduct yourself according to this thing that you've made up in your head that may or may not be true. But that's how we perceive everything. So impressions are so important. So, you know, let me ask you, how is it that, you know, how, as a beauty queen, how do you deal with the pressure of always having to be on?
Well, definitely there is pressure, but as I mentioned earlier, I have had a lot of guidance, not only from my parents, but as people like yourself that have been very experienced in the field and that have been able to help me. I don't know if I'm allowed to share it, but she was actually my coach for Miss Teen El Tiempo. So I've definitely had a lot of guidance. And also, I think it just comes with experience. You just know, okay, I'm here, it's time to be on, and just know that everyone's always constantly looking at me. So there we go.
Yeah. And I must say, you were an excellent student. You were an excellent student geting ready for the pageant.
Well, and an amazing teacher.
Oh, thank you. Well, you won. But you know what? It's very, very important. The pressure is real. And now, do your friends, and I'm going to ask this to both of you, do your friends and family treat you differently now that you're title holders? Or are they the same? Or do they kind of like try to make you want to bring you down or keep it real? Or like, tell me, what is your interaction like now?
Well, I don't think they would bring me down, but I know that, you know, they know me as I won this pageant and they're like, wow. But I think they still treat me the same and with respect as well.
Wonderful. That's good. That's what they should do. That's what they should do. Kathy?
Definitely my friend group, they don't really care. I mean, of course they care and they're supporting, but, you know, they see me as the same girl as when we first met. But my family, on the other hand, they do treat me with a lot of respect, as well as my friends, of course. But I think I get treated the same because I've been doing this for a little bit now. And, yeah, I don't think I can say that I've been treated a little different, perhaps by strangers and people that I meet that are new to my life, yes. But I think that people that have been there constantly always continue to treat me with respect and love.
And they will. They will always be there for you through the good and the bad, the ups and downs. The real ones will be there for you 100%. Always, always. Now, what are some of the common misperceptions that you've encountered about being a teen queen?
stuck up. That I am stuck up, that I think I'm all that, and that, yeah, basically, I think a lot of people, when they meet me, they think I'm stuck up, and I'm just like, oh, well, I'm not.
You're not.
Yeah.
Have you had that too?
No, I haven't.
No? Okay, good.
Yeah, you're lucky. I guess it's you know how they say the RB, resting.
Oh, okay, is that another? Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, that's another word. That's another phrase we're learning. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe it's that as well, but
No, you don't have that face.
yeah, I don't know, but people usually think I'm stuck up or something.
I don't know. That's so hurtful. That's so hurtful because it's not
bit.
true. Like, what do you do to combat that?
Well, I think that once we're at least a minute in or a few seconds deep in conversation, they realize that's not the case. And they usually tell me, and not right away, but a few moments in the conversation, you know what, I'm so glad I talked to you because at first I thought this and now I think this. And I'm just like, oh, well, that's good, see? And also comes in hand that it's not always good to judge before talking to someone.
That's absolutely correct. It's not always good to judge. You know, I had a similar experience happen to me. I was filming a movie one time, and my co-star, at the beginning, he just avoided, would not talk to me, he wouldn't show up on time, he was not prepared, he made the entire shoot a nightmare, the entire shoot. And on the last day of shooting, he said to me, you know, you're not so bad after all. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, yeah, you know, I thought you were a bee, you know, a not nice person. I'm like, but why? Because I was focused and doing the job and doing the work and learning my lines and being prepared. And he's like, well, yeah. And I said, and because I didn't jump up and down because you've done McDonald's commercials? Like, really? Yeah. So anyway, people have that perception, and it's so unfair. It's so
Very
unfair.
much so.
So what are some of the things that you do, switching gears quickly, what are some of the things that you do to prepare for appearances?
Appearances, definitely be informed on what I'm going to, because I think that every event is different and requires preparation to be different. For example, if I'm going to a pool party, I'm obviously not going to want to be all gala, and you know, I'm probably going to want to be more casual, still keeping, you know, my decency, because I'm always going to be representing myself, my family, and if, you know, I'm a reigning queen, that organization. So definitely always keeping that in mind and just trying to have fun. I don't always try to look the same, try to spice it up here and there, and that's what I think I do every time I try to prepare myself for an event.
Oh, well, cool. Do you do anything special to prepare?
I just like practice a lot of speaking and like interviews because that's what I need to work on more, because you know it's hard for me, so I need to work on that more.
It's okay. Practice. Just practice, and maybe Kathy can give you some tips afterwards. There you go.
Yes, very good. Fun.
So let me ask you, how has being a pageant queen changed both of your lives?
Well, it has put me in a different mentality. It's something new for me because I don't think I've won a pageant before. I've done like a few pageants before when I was little, and then I took a break. But after that, I did this one, and then it changed my life a little bit, and it might in the future as well.
How has it changed your life?
I think now I need to just focus more on being like unique, and it's just different.
Kathy?
Well, definitely I think it has opened my eyes on how important it is to keep in mind that you're always being seen as a role model. And as well as that, I think it's also helped me with meeting a lot of people, opening doors for me that haven't been opened before. Because carrying a title under your belt always helps you, and it opens doors for you, as I said. As well as that, it has helped me reach more audiences with my platform, which is mental health awareness, which you already know. And yeah, definitely. And also public speaking, I think that, you know, every day I'm learning more and more and giving new experiences. And I think it's an amazing thing. Everybody should try new things, and that's something new that I tried, and here I am. I love it, and want to strive perhaps for Miss Universe one day.
All right,
See?
Miss Universe, let's go. Well, thank you, ladies, for being here. Our time is up, unfortunately, but I've enjoyed having you as my guest today. I really appreciate it. And do you have any parting words, any last words to say to any young people who might want to be in your position one day, or any shout-outs? Go ahead.
Oh, well, I can say it's been a pleasure. I had such a good time speaking with you both. And well, definitely to anyone who's interested in becoming a beauty queen or going into just the performing arts, just follow your dreams. Remember, it is very important to be true to yourself, stay grounded, and just try hard, honestly. You're going to be knocked down 100 times, but it only matters if you stand up 101.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
Noelani, do you have anything to say? Anything to add?
Yeah, as well. Just follow your dreams and just put your mind to it, and you can do it.
Very well said. Very well said. Well, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
for tuning in to this episode of Millena-The Talk Show.
The Las Vegas Review-Journal is the largest and most widely read and visited news and information source in Nevada. As the region's most trusted independent news media company, the award-winning Las Vegas Review-Journal has been serving Southern Nevadans for more than 100 years. The multimedia news, information, and entertainment company owns a strong portfolio of print and digital niche products, including The Neon, Luxury Las Vegas Magazine, El Tiempo, LVRJ.com. Visit mylvrj.com today.